And it'll just get weird if Guru does make it in. I'm not sure that he. I'll have to just set up things on the fly. But he said he wasn't sure if he was going to make it. If he was going to make it, it was going to be. If he was going to make it, it was going to be super late. So.
Let's see. Let me go
3
post
minutes.
some shit on the Twitter and
If he was
twatters.
going to make it, if he was. All right.
Sweet water.
All right. We're good to go as far as things go there. I need to get a glass and some ice.
240.
I'll be right back.
Hi, Facebook. Did he change us over? Is it just us staring at the camera still? Yeah.
Sure.
Uh oh. Buffering on the Facebooks.
Still good on mine.
Buffering on the YouTubes. Link up.
I'm good on mine. On both of mine.
Bump. Oh, quiet down. Go freaking up.
Beer. I saw those beers.
145. And some bourbon. And he's starting with the bourbon. It's going to be a good show.
Half of what I had left is in the glass.
Yep, going to be a real good show.
I'm going to start with the beer, actually.
I started with the beer about an hour and a half ago.
I'm only on my second one.
This is my fourth.
110. Before we live Twitter videos. Those of you who don't know, on the Facebooks and the YouTubes, we also do this show live over ironicradio.com.
/ monkey butt. Not really, don't add that.
No, / the angry dandelion.
Oh. My bad. I thought it was / monkey butt.
Shameless self-promotion.
I mean,
You can check me out over at monkeybutt.com.
Hashtag Lance2S.
Monkey, I gotta see.
You gotta get a profile over there.
Nope, Monkey Butt is not a real website.
there you
25
go.
seconds. There you go. There's your new one.
Yep.
Monkeybutt.com.
I can't believe no one has that.
Monkeybutt.org. There you go.
Why is monkeybutt.com not taking off?
15 seconds. All right, 10 seconds till live. All right. Guess what? It's Wednesday.
What?
And we're here again. And this time it's Halloween.
Yay.
What? It's what day?
We are the Angry Dandelion.
Okay, this is my candy.
We are member swapping, I guess, if you'd say again.
Oh, I'm a whore.
We have Lance2S in the house again with us tonight. Sewn Together and myself, Thumping Loud, here as usual. Guru is
Finger
out.
guns. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, Guru is out tonight actually trick-or-treating. Or at some kind of Halloween party. We're still not exactly sure, but he's out there in the world being social and trying to expose the kids. Not expose himself to the kids, but expose the kids. Expose the kids to a little culture out
You guys
there
might
in
need
the
a
world
number
of
change on
Halloween.
that one.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Wednesday. I mean, it's a typical week for us, I guess. You've been working and playing a new video game, and I've been grinding the ever-loving crap out of D2 still, with little to no interest in doing much else. I go in and I accomplish my weekly stuff that I have to do for Forza Horizon because I've had so much fun playing it. I'll go do that, but most of my time is spent trying to polish out stuff all over D2 since all the updates.
Nice. Yeah, I've been playing the Red Dead. Just to preface this whole episode, it's episode 20. So we've done 20 weeks of the show now. And it is titled Hallowingin It because we've been too busy gaming to do any show prep. So we've got nothing.
You were
Not a damn thing.
You were getting the best of whatever we had this week, I guess, that we experienced, and that is definitely going to be a lot of gaming. I did go to a race on Sunday. I went to Martinsville, so there was a little bit of the outside world. I know our audience isn't commonly NASCAR or sports-oriented folks, so there's no need to dull them with the details on that. I did kind of a one-chip challenge while we were there. I guess that would fit our audience. The haunted ghost pepper from Packy, there's a convenience store on the way up to Martinsville, Virginia, that was selling the bags of these Packy chips, and they've got like the ghost pepper one. They had another one, but not the one-chip challenge chip. That thing only comes by itself, and they're like $60 a chip.
Fuck that.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. But to do one of these ghost pepper chips, I love hot. I'm highly exposed to it I just love the heat. And so I've always got all kinds of pepper sauces or like rubs for meats that kick up that heat on it. That's my favorite thing. And these are hot under my standard. It definitely, and it was a looping heat. It was one of those that didn't just jump in there and go, all right, it's hot as fuck, and then go away. It was kind of like, this is hot as fuck. Hey, remember that chip just a second ago? Fuck, it's just hot as fuck. And it did that like over and over and over again for a while. Fortunately, at the race, there was a lot of alcohol pouring, and I ended up either numbing the pain in one way or another or just got over it.
Hell yeah.
But the poor guy that was with me, all he kept saying is like, how long is this going to last? How long is this going to last? How long is this going to last? And he drinks something. How long is this going to last? This isn't helping. How long is this going to last? I'm like, the poor guy. His friends are videotaping it. They're like, is it really that hot? Or is he just faking it? And I'm like, no, I'm pretty tempered to heat because I was explaining to him, like, it's hot as fuck. Don't get me wrong. But I'm good. I'm good. This is hot as fuck, but I'm good.
I can Thanos myself real quick. Watch. Oh, no. I started to get Thanos today. I'll figure it out so that way I can be Thanos every now and again. Just disappear into the nothing. Sorry.
No.
Ghost chips. I've been on a hot food hiatus, man. I haven't really had anything that I've wanted to try.
Wait, there is something we could definitely touch on. You have done something that we are all interested in. You kegged your beer finally.
Yeah. I still can't taste it because once you keg the beer, unless you force carbonate it, which can take anywhere from 2 to 5 days, it's not carbonated yet. So once you hook the CO2 up to it, I've got to wait 5 to 10 days because I'm not trying to force carbonate it. And then I'll get to taste it and see if it's trash.
I got carb tabs for my little homebrew to be able to bottle.
Yeah.
It's got carbonation tabs.
Nice.
For each bottle, you just drop one in the bottle, and when you go to bottle it, tap it off.
If I'm not mistaken, you can prime your bottles with sugar too, right? And that'll carbonate them. I
would ask Webb and them about that. I haven't done enough to really get myself in on that. I'd tell you yes, but I hate to be wrong.
Yeah, but I'm interested to see. what I'm worried about is, since I dry hopped it at the very end, I'm worried that I'm gonna pick up a lot of shit in the beer. Like I'm gonna have floaties because I didn't. I use the auto siphon, that came with my kit to siphon it over. But I have a feeling I picked up some when I got towards the end of the bubbler. I actually used a fry filter, so really fine microfiber filter in a china cap, and dumped the last little bit in. But because I didn't want to waste any beer, there was like almost a gallon of beer sitting in the bottom of this bubbler, and the auto siphon wouldn't friggin' work. But if I end up with a bunch of floaties in it, I'll just trash this whole batch anyways, because first batch, test batch. And honestly, I'm doing it for work, so I'm doing it for the residents, and they're gonna be Pilsner drinkers.
Right. Now, ease of use of the kit, though. I mean, all in all, the kit was really good, except your auto siphoner kind of
sucks up,
bailed on you, I guess.
Yeah, it gets to a certain point in the bubbler, in the big mouth bubbler is what it's called, and it just stops freaking siphoning shit. So I think next time I'll siphon until I get to that point, and then I'll do what I decided to do at the end. I'll just filter the damn beer through the china cap with the fry filter to make sure that I get everything out of there, because I don't really care if it's cloudy. Man, I don't want hop floaties in my beer.
Truth.
And of course, if I do have to trash this batch because of floaties, I will probably put some in some kind of a container and
try it anyway.
Yeah, try.
Sneak it out the back.
I don't think it's necessarily sneaking it out the back, but
no, it's tasting for the fact of tasting. Period. To see what came out of it anyway. I mean, good batch or bad batch. I mean, every brewer's got to taste whatever the hell it was that came out of it.
Yeah. So
no, I was telling you to sneak it out the back for me. Free beer. But, tastes like shit. I'm used to that.
What I could do though is I could pour it through, or pump the whole freaking keg out once it's carbonated, then pour it back through the filter and just use it for cooking. Make some beer cheese soup, I suppose, or some beer barbecue, or beer braise some pork, or what the fuck ever. Because
I am completely down for the beer cheese soup. Definitely do that.
I think as dark amber as this is, I think it's going to have a real caramely, hoppy flavor. So I think that would be great for a beer cheese soup or a beer cheese dip of some sort.
Yeah, I'm down. I'm a big fan of beer cheese.
Yeah, beer cheese soup is good, man. It just, I think with this one, with this beer, the way it smells, anyways, I think instead of sometimes I do sausage in beer cheese soup. I think with this one, I go with a nice smoky bacon instead of a sausage. I think I'd want that smoke flavor.
Not for anything. We took to the race these Johnsonville sausages, and they have a queso that they did this year. It's a limited release queso Johnsonville. It is the funniest thing to actually eat, because it's in a bun. Of course, I like mustard on sausages or hot dogs or any of that.
Yeah, you gotta have mustard on a hot dog or a brat.
Yeah. I'm always mustard. I don't really do the ketchup thing much for anything except for meatloaf and salmon cake. So, but aside from that,
ketchup on a salmon cake?
Yeah, man. I don't know why, dude. That macaroni and cheese and a salmon cake, bam, that's it. That is the meal. Yeah. I was raised on it. I never got over it.
See, salmon patties, I do mustard.
Oh, wow. And as much as I like mustard, you figure that and I'm a serious, like I am Sling Blade. Like I like mustard. I love mustard. Okay. It's like my favorite condiment ever to be admitted. I do overuse it. I will tell you that. That and hot sauce. Those are the two things that I overuse the shit out of.
What are you going to do with that mustard, Thump? I ain't to kill you with it. he's a good boy.
But no, these queso sausages were the weirdest things because you look at it, it's a bun, it's got a sausage on it, there's mustard across the top of it. You take a bite of it and you think somebody swapped a taco out during you bringing the sausage to your mouth because the flavor of them was that like completely not sausage. You know, even when you get like cheese and jalapeno, you still taste sausage. No matter what flavor, like sausage you've had, it still goes sausage. It's sausage with like flavoring. No, this completely became something else. It was they were really damn tasty, but you kind of look at it after you take a bite to see if it had been turned into a taco because it straight up tasted like a taco.
Makes me want some of that sausage nacho cheese dip.
Oh yeah, my mother was really good at a sausage dip that she would make. That is a sausage, nacho cheese, refried beans, sour cream, jalapenos, like baked.
I could eat that.
Yeah, it was dynamite.
I could definitely eat that.
Yeah, it was good shit. I still make it every now and again. That or the cream cheese and sausage and Rotel tomatoes.
Have you ever had Reuben dip?
Yes.
That is good too. Sauerkraut, corned beef, cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
A little shredded Swiss on it.
Look at this. We found a path.
Some rye chips, man.
Let's talk about tailgate. Let's talk about tailgate food. Even though we're not a sports show, let's talk about tailgate food. We're fat guys. We like to eat.
Well, if you really think about it, you know, you're an NFL guy. Lance and myself follow the Buckeyes.
Yeah, quite passionately. I
Go
know.
Bucks!
We sat in one night with all of us over a
Buckeyes the worst game.
Oh God, the worst Buckeyes game to ever sit in on. But
God damn,
there was only one that was worse, or one that was come close, and it was last year's game against Iowa. But this one was worse because it's fucking Purdue.
Well, here's a question I got for you. What do you think about Urban's cyst starting to cause more issues again? How long do you think Urban Meyer has? I'm thinking maybe another year.
From what I'm hearing, it's this year.
I was going to say it's getting closer to this year. The circles that I run in are showing a lot of concern about it. But there's also the potential of him being able to shake this turmoil and maybe make an NFL run.
I don't think that's going to I don't think he's going to go to the NFL. I think
state of the NFL right now. And that what they would try to throw down on it. I'm hearing the fact that you may even see Harbaugh in it.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
You may even see Harbaugh show back up
in the NFL.
You think we'll see Harbaugh go back to the NFL? I
think Harbaugh's
Michigan's paying him not to, but
I was gonna say if he doesn't beat the Buckeyes this year, he might be out of the fucking Michigan fucking coaching job.
Yeah, there is that.
Let alone the NFL. I mean, granted, I don't know. He's doing well now. The beginning of the year was really fucking shaky for him.
Yeah,
of course, he played Notre Dame, but
yeah, they're still making all the.
Well, Notre Dame is not.
Notre Dame has put themselves in one of the most awkward college situations that there's ever been with their TV contract, and that's the real big thing with them. It's at the moment that TV broadcast of college games started happening, they signed in with that broadcast company to do all of their games. And it's a damn near lifetime deal. Like, as long as Notre Dame exists, this company has the rights to broadcast. And because of that setup, like, they just joined the ACC. In every sport but their football. Like their football team cannot be a part of it because that involves trying to restructure the deal to allow the Atlantic Coast Conference coverage of their football team, and that's not allowed based on this contract.
That's fucking hilarious to me.
Yeah.
College sports is so fucking weird.
Oh man, it was nuts for me to hear the whole Notre Dame story because we learned it all as they were coming into the league with us, like coming into our conference, like all the shit that was going on as far as like what they were coming into the conference. And it's why they are the only, one of the only, I think there may be 3 teams, but I don't remember what the other 2 may be, but they may be the only one now. That has no conference in football and purely has to win their way into it. One loss, they know they're out.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's another fun fact. Of course, this is just college sports bullshit right now. Winging it, Hallowingin It. No team that has been originally ranked in the 3rd spot in the CFP thing has ever actually made it to the actual playoff games.
Right. So it's a short history right now for them to be pulling those kind of stats from.
Well,
but
it's still a
stat. It's still a stat. But yeah, you're right. Everybody is poking a lot of LSU at the fact of.
Well, let's be honest. LSU is going to get murdered by Alabama.
Oh yeah, worst spot to be.
So
worst spot to be in.
I think that's why they fucking put him at number 3 so they can keep that stack going for another year.
I was gonna say, man, I don't think anybody's beating Bama this year, dude. I think this is by far the best Bama team you've ever seen.
It's. There's been years where I've been like, okay, OSU can definitely fucking take it. Look at their fucking week schedule. This year I'm going, please don't even put. I don't want to see that. No, thank you.
No, nobody's wanted to mess with that Bama.
No.
I mean, and not for anything. For quite some time, nobody's really wanted to mess with Bama because they are consistently just a brutal team to have to come up against. It's going to be interesting to see how the torch gets handed off there because at some point that man's just going to keel over and.
Eventually, Saban's gonna fucking die, and thank God for that. What?
I feel the same thing about Krzyzewski, man.
Oh,
I'm a Tar Heel fan. Fuck Duke, and so every time I hear Coach K, I'm like, he's cool and all, but man, I can't wait till he actually, till he's done. And I don't think he's gonna leave coaching until he dies. So, in turn, that's the day I'm looking to. Because I think he's just going to keep winning as long as he's a coach. I mean, it's a tradition that they have. I mean, my Tar Heels win quite a bit too, but Duke is our toughest competitor every time. They are the people who we've got some of the toughest matches that we've ever played against in basketball. Point blank and period. They are the longtime rival. There's a reason why we hate each other as much as we do. And Coach K is... I know it's going to be his death day is going to be the day that like Carolina fans are odd. We're going to feel bad for Duke. Like we're going to feel bad that they lost this guy. But at the same time, you're going to get a little like fist bump behind people's backs. Like because it's like, all right, now what are they going to do?
He was a great guy. Thank God he's dead.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is that way sometimes. It is that way sometimes, though, and they like the heart of some of these rivalries. It definitely is that way. And Bama, I mean, there's a ton of people that hate them, and are waiting till this guy is no longer there, and you just feel like he's going to be there till he dies.
Yeah, I know Unbound is a big anti-Bama guy because he's an Ole Miss guy. That's where he went to school.
Yeah, it is where he went to school.
What an idiot.
But yeah, it's been kind of interesting to see what's happened with OSU since or LSU since they picked up what's his face
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow from the
Joe Burrow.
Buckeyes.
Yep.
He's been a fucking all-star. But
I think Ohio State made the right decision.
Oh, I do too. I also think Haskins is gone after this year.
Oh, he's definitely gone after this year.
So,
the dude has a cannon.
Yeah.
See, it sounds like me a couple of years ago talking about how my Redskins let the younger Shanahan go when I was
Kyle.
Maybe they should have kept Kyle instead of let his daddy go on and kept him there, let him move to the head coaching position. Maybe that would have been a good idea. And then we brought in Sean McVay in the offensive coordinator position after we moved Shanahan on. Shanahan went down to Atlanta, took them to a Super Bowl with that offense, the most high-powered offense Atlanta had ever had. And now he's head coach over in San Francisco. Turned around, and then you got us having Sean McVay, and then team needs another head coach. All of a sudden, here he goes. He's out with the Rams right now, and the Rams are the only undefeated team in the league. And there's another one of our offensive coordinators who's like, damn it, man. It's like, I felt like it was the right move with Shanahan, but, I mean, not for anything. He went to a Super Bowl. Was it a right move?
Yeah.
I don't know shit about the NFL. The Browns fired that one guy.
Actually, they fired the one guy and the other guy.
Yeah, they fired Hugh Jackson and I can't remember his name now.
Their offensive coordinator.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. It's gonna
maybe that's where Urban goes.
No, everyone keeps saying that too. Like all day long. I've been listening to sports radio all day long. That's what everyone keeps saying. It's going like, no, he's not. He's not going to go from one stressful job to the worst stress job ever. That cyst on his brain is going to explode. He'll die.
Yeah, that's kind of. I think Urban retires when Urban leaves the Buckeyes. He retires for good.
Yeah, he'll go back to ESPN and be a commentator again.
Yeah, he's got the money.
Oh, you mean like John Gruden?
Yeah, Chucky.
Well,
yeah, Chucky. Yeah.
But I think that's what happens with Urban. I'm interested to see what they replace Urban Meyer with.
Yeah, where are you gonna go from here? Not for anything. I think Oakland's in the same kind of situation though, because they moved on from him before, and then he went to Tampa Bay and whooped their ass. And I think they were like so desperate for him to come back there, and he didn't even want to go back to coaching. That he was like, I can't turn down this ridiculous, stupid fucking contract they're going to give me, but fuck them. Mm-hmm. And he went there, and all he's done since he's been there is dismantle and tell them how much
get rid of all the best players ever on that fucking team.
Well, he got rid of the best defensive player of this generation.
He got rid of the best player they had.
Yeah, like, Khalil Mack. With Khalil Mack, that was like the best defensive. That's in all the NFL though. I think Khalil Mack, hands down, might be that one player of a generation that you're seeing on defense where you're like, yeah, Khalil Mack, that motherfucker. I mean, he made Chicago look good immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. And think about that one guy.
Bears.
Did good.
But he went through and did that. And then you look at what Gruden's done since then with shipping Amari Cooper to Dallas. That really didn't help Dallas.
No, but all they did was get a number one pick.
All they did was get like
Amari Cooper.
A Dez Bryant replacement, literally like same play style. He's going to drop the ball just as much.
Yeah, Sam Amari Cooper does not have great hands.
No, dude.
And they gave up a first round for him.
I do a Sunday radio show with guys called DFS Fantasy Foreplay here on Ironic Radio, and Amari Cooper. We do a Hot Mess Express. Amari Cooper has his own car on the Hot Mess Express because one week he might be lights out. The next week he's going to definitely be the worst fantasy scorer in the entire league. And you're just like, what the hell? How does this even fucking happen? So he's got his own train car. He stayed on it for like 8 weeks in a row. And then now we didn't know what to do. We told him we weren't going to send the car to Dallas. that he would have to travel. He'd have to commute back to Oakland in order for us to pick him up, as he continues to be that dropping non-fantasy score point player.
I've won one fantasy game.
Did you not pull it out this week?
Hell no, man. Hell no.
I don't know if you saw what happened in mine, but I was expected to be beat by like 30, 35 points and ended up winning by like 60.
Nice.
Yeah.
The Cleveland tight end or whatever, Njoku or some crap.
David Njoku?
Yeah, totally flopped on
Njoku.
me.
Yeah.
I just needed him to put up a few points, and he did like nothing, I'm pretty sure. That is why I changed the name. Once I realized I wasn't going to win any, I was the 2016 Browns. That's what I changed my team name to, is the 2016 Browns.
Yeah, when he had actually just was like, this is the way it's going to be. He had won a game at that point, but he had lost everyone after that, and he was like, screw this. I'm the 2016 Browns, and we were like, well, at least if you win one, you can be like the 2015 Browns.
Yeah, I go
Because
up
they got
against Tom Gully, the bedroom bully.
No, that's not Tom Gully. That's T.C. Casey, who is Gully the bedroom bully, which he spelled Gully wrong.
I thought for sure it was Tom Gully.
No, it's Tom Gully's adversary, T.C. Casey.
No, okay.
They have each other blocked on Facebook. They don't ever see each other anywhere. Pretty much any social media that they could exist on, I think they each have each other blocked on. But that doesn't stop the two of them from straight talking shit about each other.
Nice.
And that's why his name is Gully the bedroom bully in the listener league, is because he just was hoping that Tom would be a part of that league. And was ready to just cast a little bit more shade at him just because he could.
Ironic radio drama.
Ironic, isn't it?
By the way, speaking of ironic, if you listen to that song, none of those things that Alanis Morissette says are actually ironic. Just throwing it out there. Listen to the song again sometime.
Well, isn't that ironic?
Food for thought. Moving on. Sorry, I'm an idiot.
No, all of a sudden you actually probably made people start playing that over in their head and trying to figure out.
Yeah, I actually was like, it's like rain on your wedding day. It's a free ride.
It's not ironic. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, isn't it unfortunate?
Yeah, it's the green light when you're already late. No, that's not ironic. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah, isn't
it? Well, okay, cool. Like that doesn't help or hurt anything. All right, it's not ironic.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah. So she
there we go.
mistitled.
Alanis Morissette is a fraud.
Yep,
a fraud. Her entire song
Canadian
was
fraud.
Mislabeled. It should have
Just
been.
like
Isn't
Celine
this
Dion.
unfortunate?
I'm now on Dave Coullier's side of that argument from Jagged Little Pill. Dating myself. I'm old.
Yeah, Dave Coulier, man.
Yeah, cut you out.
That's right.
I probably should with that shit.
Full House for life.
What are you talking about? That career started back in Nickelodeon.
Can I be like Danny Tanner now since I'm on a radio show?
Yes, you could make all kinds of jokes. Never mind. I was gonna say, if you pay attention to Bob Saget's stand-up career, you can make all kinds of jokes about fucking Kimmy Gibbler. Because that's what he did.
Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's actually hilarious. He's like, I would never do that. But seriously. He has a stand-up special that I watched for the first, it's probably been a while now. But that's all it was he was like just making all these just raunchy, nasty-ass jokes. He's going, Danny Tanner is a fucking pervert.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the whole point of it.
Yeah, the one thing nobody understood about him was how off the edge he actually is.
Yes.
What y'all saw was completely a character that was put on TV and nowhere towards the root of who he was.
Yes. Bob Saget is actually a filthy comic, and it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That he became this wholesome house dad.
Yeah. And then when we went back to his comic stuff, everyone was like, "Oh my god, what?"
Well, no, he went right back to doing his comic stuff after that shit was over.
No,
I mean,
I didn't see
with
that.
doing
I didn't have Netflix in the 90s, so.
what was no, when he did the movie with Dave Chappelle,
Half baked.
that's what highlighted people going and being
You
like,
ever
wait,
suck
hold
D
on.
for coke? Boo this
know.
man.
Yeah,
That's not an addiction.
So
You
when
in here for some marijuana?
Oh, it's a great movie.
Dave Chappelle, who is now out promoting his close friend or half brother or friend of the family for governor's seat in Connecticut or some shit.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah. He's.
I thought you were going to say Ohio because that's where Dave Chappelle at least lived until recently.
Yeah,
I don't know if
he's
he moved or
originally
not. But...
from Yellow Springs. Did some growing up in New York, I do believe. I don't know his whole history, but yeah, he's out doing the political thing. You can catch Dave Chappelle on CNN.
Imagine that one.
Well, you know,
he would have made a lot more money on Comedy Central. I'm just saying. You would have kept that shit going. But you know.
Speaking of comedy specials, I watched the Adam Sandler one you told me about. Did you happen to watch that, Thump? The Adam Sandler?
The new Adam Sandler one on Netflix. I haven't watched it yet.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. What did you think?
See, I haven't watched it yet. I am now actually intrigued because I listened to the snippet at the beginning of it and was like, all right, maybe I'll come back to it, but I'm not interested in doing the comedy thing right now. I just got done watching a whole string of them and was kind of like stop with the funny for a second.
Yeah, a little burnt.
Yeah,
it was okay. I wasn't like falling out of my chair, laughing my ass off. There's a few chuckles here and there. Phone, wallet, keys.
Yes,
that's the song. That's what I got to see
stuck in
of
my
the
head
show.
for 3 days at work. I'm like at work, like hooking up shit. Phone, wallet, keys.
Now, see, that was the one intriguing part for me. That was the snippet that I got to see. Was the song like a section of the song "Phone, Wallet, Keys"? So the whole song gets stuck, huh?
It will get stuck in your head. It actually isn't bad. What I really enjoyed out of it was the Farley tribute.
Yes, that was amazing.
Oh,
That tugs
surprising.
at the heartstrings.
Yeah.
I mean, because
that's
growing up, Chris Farley was my hero. So,
I was gonna say actually, when your stand-in is a Chris Farley.
Yeah. My stand-in photo is Tom Foley.
That's right.
But yeah, the Chris Farley tribute was really good. I appreciated that. My favorite part about that, it was when he said, "Too bad you can't be in Grown Ups 3" or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Fuck Kevin James.
I knew it was coming.
Fuck that guy. He's no replacement for Farley. I don't give a shit just because he's a chubby comic.
Yeah.
Fuck Kevin James.
Yep.
I never thought he was funny, not even in King of Queens. I don't like the guy. And then they put him in Grown Ups, and I was like, fuck you, Paul Blart. Fuck you.
Oh, no, not fuck Paul Blart, huh?
No, dude.
I'll be honest, that's exactly what he was in that movie, was the poor man's replacement for Chris Farley. And that's all he was. That role was made for Chris Farley.
Yeah,
and well, he's not around anymore, so we have to find a chubby physical comic. We'll take this half as funny guy and throw him in there.
I would have taken Molly Shannon. She's a chubby physical comic. Superstar.
There you go. There you go.
I would have taken her. I really would have. Did you guys see Spade's movie on Netflix?
Which one?
Where he's the fucked up.
Oh,
dad.
The dad.
Yes,
the dad
that was
movie.
hilarious.
Yes, that was good. That was good.
Yes, that was good.
It was nice to see Spade do something where he was actually funny when it wasn't Joe Dirt and it didn't have Chris Farley.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everything else has been a flop. He's got Joe Dirt.
Well, let me ask you this question: did you see Joe Dirt too?
I think.
Yeah. See that was kind of the answer I was expecting because I did and no one else should.
No.
It's like how you can't go anywhere else from what they did with the first one because it's so stupid.
Yep.
Yeah. And then they tried, and it's like, and
that's the thing. That's the thing with stupid. I love stupid comedies. I don't have a favorite anything in this world, but I do have a favorite movie, and it's Freddy Got Fingered. That is my favorite movie of all time. I used to have two copies on DVD.
It's good. I'll give you that. Like, wow.
By the way, the David Spade comedy is called Father of the Year. Just throwing that out there.
But they didn't. They didn't do a Freddy Got Fingered 2 because there's nowhere else you can go. That's why there wasn't a Tommy Boy 2. That's why they did Black Sheep instead of Tommy Boy 2, because Black Sheep is essentially Tommy Boy 2. Joe Dirt 2 is Dumb and Dumber, where they brought back, Jim Carrey and fucking what's his name?
Is it Lloyd something? No, that's his actual name of the movie. Never mind.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels, yeah.
Jeff Daniels.
Not good. I mean, if you start looking at the stupid Zoolander.
I did not see Zoolander 2.
Flop, as far as I'm concerned. So
Anchorman 2 had moments, but nothing great.
Yeah, all these stupid comedies. It's like, I hope they never do a Step Brothers 2.
Oh God, no! That would be the worst.
Because you've reached. I mean, you've reached your pinnacle. I mean, look at what happened to The Hangover. The first Hangover was good. They tried to turn it into an American Pie scenario, and it totally American Pied. It went.
That's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Yeah, I mean, look what happened to Sean William Scott after that. The best thing he's been in since then was that hockey movie.
Yes, it was. You're going to say
that movie
the Goon
was good.
The Goon was good.
Was good. If you haven't seen The Goon, you should watch The Goon.
The Goon is good. It's the best thing Sean William Scott done since he called a guy a pie fucker.
They did a Goon 2, and it actually wasn't that bad though.
Was that on Netflix? I haven't seen that yet. I knew it was coming out.
I don't remember where I watched it, but I did watch it.
Oh, okay. So I knew they were coming out with the second one. I just haven't seen it.
But it wasn't bad. We went from video games to entertainment tonight, but that's all right because that's kind of what I've been doing. I binged. I have never been able to get past the first episode of One Punch Man until last night. After the 8-Bit Bros, I started watching it, and I finished the whole entire season. Punch Man.
I don't think I've done that.
Punch Man is good.
Okay, no, y'all got me with 7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins is really good.
Because Guru said I went and watched the third season, and you said you would watch the first 2, and I was like, well, I got a lot of fucking catching up to do, and so I went and turned around and watched it. It's weird, though, their seriesing, because the first series is like 20 episodes. The second is 4.
No, don't.
It's filler.
That 4 bullshit. Filler. Don't watch that shit.
That happens with every anime. They have filler episodes.
Yeah, go from the first season and then skip that 4-episode dumb shit that doesn't exist.
Yeah, too late. I've already been through all 44 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So...
Well, you should do. You can skip that middle part.
I haven't finished season 2 of Fairy Tail yet. I actually just went straight to One Punch Man.
You mean not Fairy Tail?
7 Deadly Sins.
7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah, Fairy Tail's good though.
Yeah, it is too.
I'll have to check that out. But yeah, so I went through all of it, and yeah, definitely, especially season 2 got me real drug in. Where I mean, technical season 2, not the filler shit, because it was. I have a lot of critiques about the filler shit because the way season 1 ends and how they try to play the filler shit like it's that moment before they leave, but so much dumb shit happens between when they close out season 1 and when they actually leave. It's like, what? In those 4 episodes, you just told some really dumbass story that made no sense in any of what happened at the end of season 1.
That's called filler, and it's dumb. And they try to just capitalize. Basically, what they do with that shit is they put out new episodes and go, "By the way, guys, it's still around. Don't go away." And it's stupid shit. They're just trying to make a little bit of cash and keep you hooked. It's just bad. It's just bad.
I wish I wouldn't have gone through One Punch Man right now, though, because there's no season 2.
Really?
It's been teased, but there is no season 2 yet for One Punch Man. And I think you'd enjoy One Punch Man because
no, I've already watched One Punch Man.
Yeah, dude, I love the fact that he's just like
I'll be honest, the last couple episodes of One Punch Man,
it's almost like they're mocking anime with One Punch Man.
Oh, that's exactly what they're doing. And there's a bunch of characters that like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. One punches them. there's a bunch of shit on there where there's going like just mocking that whole hero genre of anime. They're going like, fuck it, you can beat them all in one punch. Fuck it. Yeah. And that's why it's hilarious. It's like, okay, and he's like, and the whole premise of it is he did 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, and ran a mile or something like that. That's all he did. 100 squats, yeah. 100
squats.
And they're going, that's just a basic workout. How does that even work? He's like, I don't know. It just does. Punch dead.
Yeah, dude. One Punch Man. That was good.
Yeah, unfortunately, I find myself into the other realm of Netflix. Today has been a Making of a Murderer.
I haven't watched the second season of that shit just because I don't care to.
The second part of it, I haven't cared to either. But for some reason today, I just kind of looked over there and was like, the TV had kind of went blackened out a little bit because it was protecting itself from sitting there so long. And I looked over and was like, well, let's give you something to do. And that's what I let it do today. Yeah. And it's just been kind of over there. It's still actively doing that. It's made not a lot of impact on my day. I personally still think the dude isn't guilty. And I think because they didn't get him the first time, they try to get him again. That's my personal opinions on that one. And I don't know. I guess this seems to be reaffirming all of that thought process.
I've never watched that. I did watch a lot of the I Am a Killer series where they just interview people who are on death row.
Oh yeah, that's wild too. I've watched a lot of that as well.
Some of the shit, like that one dude and his buddy who like called their friend to get his car and like beat him to death with a fucking baseball bat. It's like, how do you? Yeah. I don't know where you go in here to get to a place like that. I mean, I get that the world is fucked up, man, but where do you go? I mean, maybe it's because I rep House Gryffindor. I don't know. Well, Guru and Thump made me take a test to figure out what Harry Potter house I would be in, and they all thought I would be someplace else. I ended up in Gryffindor because I'm a motherfucking hero.
Hey, that's what I got too on those stupid tests. Was like, I got Gryffindor.
I'm doing my best in Red Dead to try and be a good outlaw, but there's times where you just got to kill a motherfucker.
I have seen the other side of that coin, and I watched a guy go on an 11-hour tear of being a terrorist in that game. I mean, literally.
I couldn't do that, I don't think.
He was the most horrible. Every encounter. You want to know what the only weak point he had during his entire run at being horrible was? And he ended up having to do it anyway in a couple situations. But he couldn't take killing a dog. Like he didn't want to do it. If he didn't have to, it just wasn't going to happen. But there were a couple moments where he had killed a person that a dog was highly bonded to, and that dog wasn't given up. And his only option was to kill the dog. And he was like, I feel bad about that.
One thing that's been helping me out in Red Dead is I got a one-armed Civil War vet that I keep giving all my money to. I keep running into him in town. He's like, "Hey, brother." Like, yeah, dude, here's some more money, man. I feel bad. You know, your arm, you got your coat all patched up, your guts hanging out the bottom of your uniform and stuff. And just here's some money, homeless war vet guy. I'm hoping that it leads me somewhere because I helped one dude out and I ran back into him and he gave me a free gun. So I picked up a volcanic pistol off of that dude.
What he doesn't know is he picked the opioid-addicted war vet.
That's what I'm figuring it's going to come to, is eventually this guy's going to fail me miserably. But I did just go and murder a whole family of hill people and rob their home.
There was
like,
opium
made up
den.
their own language type of thing.
The hills have eyes straight up, huh?
Yeah, that type of thing. And me and my my Mexican crony went and straight up murdered these people, and I got a pump shotgun out the deal.
Well, there you go.
So that's big news.
Yeah, I have a feeling that, like, the next time you run into your Civil War guy, he's probably going to be in an opium den.
I've ran into him like 4 times around Valentine, and every time he's just asking me for $1 or so, and I'm like, yeah, sure, dude. Here's $1. I do feel bad when I steal people's stagecoaches, though, man.
$1? Wait, you're giving him a whole freaking $1?
Yeah.
What kind of money are you running around with?
At least 6.
Right now I'm setting close to $300. I've spent over $2,000 on just upgrades and stuff, though. Because I found no, it is because I found a treasure map, and I found 2 gold bars worth 500 gold apiece. I've sold a few stagecoaches for $25, $40 a piece. I fenced those. I fenced platinum pocket watches and stuff like that. Like, I am stealing from people. I just try to steal from people without having to kill them. Well, I guess that's
Robin Hood.
I guess that's what makes me a good outlaw. But
I guess that's the qualifications there.
You know, there's sometimes though where, you know, you roll up on someone who's like, yeah, you gotta die.
Right.
I do really wish though, the one thing that I want real bad in Red Dead is when I'm playing poker, I want to be able to get pissed off, flip the table, and kill everyone and take their money. Because, god damn it, man, I felt like I was a much better card player in Red Dead Redemption 1.
You just had to practice.
I was going to say, how long has it been since you actually played cards? Oh, wait, since Red Dead Redemption 1.
Yep, because I've never played poker in real life, that's for sure.
Really? I was going to say, I've played quite a bit of, like, real-life Texas Hold'em. And
I played Texas Hold'em.
5-card and 7-card.
I played a lot of euchre back in the day, because that's what me and my friends in Perry County used to sit around and do, is get drunk and play euchre.
See, I didn't ever play euchre.
I
had people who wanted to play euchre, and I'm like, I don't know how to play that game. Fuck it. Let's play Texas Hold'em.
Just needed to be the dude I was running around with. You just needed to be on his team, though, because he could stack the deck.
Oh, no. We
consistently, he could stack the deck.
We each, like, me and all my people each have, like, poker tables, like, legit table toppers that come out and sit on our round or square tables that have chip slots and all of that shit. Like, it's legit. And that's what we all, I played a lot of cards. And like I said, I played Texas Hold'em's 7 5-card. It didn't matter to me. I'll play all kinds of poker, RL. Playing on the game is funny. That's why I don't. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that. No problem. But
why even fucking type it then, you douche?
I mean, I didn't.
No, but
what?
Oh, what an ass fuck.
What did I miss?
Go to Discord.
I can't. Here's what happens if I go to Discord. Ready? Okay. Yeah. There we go. I see your message in the call.
Yeah. And he answered it on the fucking show, so what's the fucking point? I tried to be discreet, and he's like going, yeah, we're going to do that eventually. Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
We'll probably take 5 right around 9, so you can go pee in the potty.
Oh, fuck off. Listen now.
I go pee standing up. But still, my highlight for Red Dead 2 is when I fucking killed a dude. I choked him to death. I literally picked him up and fucking put him down and choked him to death because he had money that I needed. And there was a witness. So I start chasing this motherfucker, and we ended up duking it out, you know, right around the train tracks, and here comes the fucking locomotive, man. And I just shoved dude on the tracks, and he gets fucking obliterated. I knew it was going to happen. I was waiting for it, but literally body parts flying everywhere, and it was great.
Oh, I saw it. I saw it.
That was on stream. I need to clip that.
Yeah, I was going to say. Anybody who hasn't seen that, you can go back through Angry Dandelion streams.
I think it's my day 2 Red Dead stream.
Yeah, it might be during the day 2 Red Dead stream. At the end of, towards the end of the stream, this had taken place. I'd say the middle of the last fifth of it.
Yeah, because that was great, dude. Shoving that dude into the oncoming train. I was like, well, this guy's kicking my ass, and here comes the train. Problem solved.
Guess what? Push, you're not kicking my ass anymore. Hey, everything come out all right?
No. No, it didn't actually. Nothing came out right. Apparently you have herpes now. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I've been trying to avoid that for a long time, but
hell, you know.
No, when I went and pissed, it definitely burned when you peed. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
Crossing swords. That's what my mother always told me. Don't do it.
That's what the Ghostbusters told me about the streams.
Yes, don't cross streams.
Don't cross the streams.
Gotta cross the streams. That's the only way. It's the only way you get more exposure.
So,
wow.
Yeah. I just picked up an Arabian horse. From
Me too.
From the snowy mountains in Red Dead. Took a little ride. That's kind of what I've been doing in Red Dead. I've been trying to avoid a lot of the story missions. And I've just been out exploring, hunting, robbing people in a nice way.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I have your
I
wares?
did break my dude out of jail, and he straight up went on a killing spree, which drug me into the killing spree, which gave me a $300 fucking bounty. So luckily, that's when I started doing that treasure hunt with the treasure maps, so I could pay off that $300 bounty. Upgrading your outlaw camp is super important. There's just so much going on in that game. And, I mean, there's been some negativity towards it as far as, it's just another Rockstar game. It didn't really revolutionize anything. No, it did not. Took what Rockstar does, and it made it better.
Gave you another story. That is a good story.
Yeah, the story's good, but I've like I said, I've been avoiding it because I just it's like Coy said,
Giant open world.
Yeah, Coy was super quick to open fast travel because he didn't like riding. I like riding around. I like the fact that
his is not he doesn't like riding around. His is that he doesn't like killing horses against rocks and trees.
Well, there's that. The controls are definitely Rockstar clunky.
Mm.
I mean, that's just the way Rockstar controls have always been. But there's so many systems, and there's only so much you can do on a controller. There is someone did go into the companion app and dig through code in the companion app and find code for PC.
Uh-huh.
So
yes.
So I'll buy it again on PC.
I will only buy it on PC.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've already decided that I would wait. The moment the article released that the UK screwed up in broadcast that it was coming out on PC, I was like, all right, yeah, that's the guarantee I needed right there.
It's Red Dead Redemption 1 is my top game of all time. I could not pass up the opportunity to play it when it first released.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
You haven't passed up a moment of playing it since it's released. Every moment of gaming that you've been able to do, I interrupted you for one moment, and it was during a break of Red Dead, and I caught you before you went back to it to run a Nightfall, and that was it.
Yep. I wasn't going to leave you hanging, man. Wasn't going to leave you hanging. I saw the post in the Discord. It's like, I sat and thought about it for like 5 minutes. It was like, should I? I can't. I'd be an asshole if I did this. House Gryffindor. Let's go. I'm the hero.
Yep. We ended up knocking it out and getting the rewards needed.
I'm more of a Harry Plopper House Gryffindor.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
Speaking of Harry Plopper, that's a Simpsons movie reference where he has Spider Pig. And
okay.
Then he changes his name to Harry Plopper and puts glasses on the pig.
That's right.
Okay.
Gave him the little mark. Gave him the little mark.
How do y'all feel about the? I've seen a million memes. How do y'all feel about the whole? We're getting rid of Apu because it's a racist stereotype, and yet you still have the janitor and the stoner bus driver, and every other stereotypical character on every character on The Simpsons is a stereotype.
Comic book guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's all a stereotype.
Duff man.
Yeah.
I tend to not touch any of that shit with a 10-foot pole because no matter what you say, there's going to be a giant audience of toxic fucking people wanting to come after you. If you're for it, people are going to come after you. If you're against it, people are going to come after you. So I'm going to take Sweden's side on this, just be fucking neutral as fuck.
I hope people come after me for it. Apu belongs on the fucking Simpsons.
No, he does. Well, if you want my true opinion, yeah, he does. But I mean, like, you can't win anymore. It's so much. You can't.
Everyone
do
goes
anything.
all PC principle on you, and
Exactly. It's like you can't do anything. I mean, granted, there are certain things you shouldn't cross the line on. Absolutely, 100%. There are things that should not be like this whole new thing. Like right now, it's what was the blackface thing. Yeah, don't fucking do blackface. What's your fucking problem?
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, just
stop it. It's not funny. You're not doing it to be a character. Everyone knows you're not fucking Beyonce with your stupid fucking shitty makeup job. Fuck off.
But it was okay. But in response to that, I'll just be that guy. White chicks.
Yeah. No, actually, I think it was.
Yeah, that's actually the thing that.
I was going to say it was addressed as part of the response that there shouldn't be blackface or whiteface.
Yeah.
Like there was a response that articulated the overarching.
None of it's cool anymore.
Yeah, don't do that. That's not a place that you need to go in life.
Tropic Thunder actually. Ben Stiller said, I actually just read this like tonight actually. The whole thing was made not to be a joke on like because he also played like the mentally challenged person. I don't want to say the R word because that's super bad now. But yeah, the whole thing was meant to be a play on Hollywood. Hollywood's bad. Hollywood people are trying to like the actors are trying to go so far into their characters that it's so stupid. They're going way too far. That's the joke with Tropic Thunder. That's the Robert Downey Jr. character is not.
It is satire.
Yeah, it's him
it is itself satire, not
of the industry.
Yeah, not a literal joke at each of the characters, but it is a satire of the industry as a whole.
Yep. Yeah, the industry as a whole. Exactly.
He's like, going, the movie. Does it feel good on the whole?
I don't know.
Wayne's World.
No, that's Austin Powers.
Is that Austin Powers? That is Austin. Whatever. Mike Myers. All his characters are pretty much the same.
That's actually Seth Meyers who says that, or Seth Green. Jesus.
Yeah. That is Seth Green.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sorry, did you say you wanted some ice cream? Yes, I would love some chocolate flavored ice cream. Perhaps later.
On the whole, does it feel good?
Yeah. You know what? You're right. Preparation H does feel good on the whole.
Seth Green's good. He was great in Mass Effect, even.
Oh, he was the crippled
pilot.
The
disabled.
Is that am I allowed to say that still? Crippled pilot? I mean, he was crippled, right?
He was disabled.
He was.
No, I'm sorry. Disabled.
Yeah.
That paraplegic motherfucker.
We just need to have a whole episode where we decide we're going to say everything that's not PC anymore, and see how fast we get kicked off Facebook. Be like, level up gaming streamer, more like level down. You fuckers are gone.
Yep, that would definitely be it.
Go back to streaming on Mixer where no one watches.
I'm just gonna go ahead and ruin this all for you. Alex Jones was right. Gay frogs.
Oh no. Turn your frogs gay.
That dude's fucking insane.
Gay frogs.
I'm so glad he's banned from all that shit though, too, because like on this,
dude, he's banned from everything. They banned him and everything. You want to talk about somebody being a black?
That's what I said. You just mentioned his name, and that's why we're gonna get banned right now. Because I said Alex Jones. They're going, no more.
Forget your equality and trying to throw Kaepernick out there as the guy that is blackballed. It is literally Alex Jones got banned from everything.
Yeah,
so Alex Jones is gonna have a Nike commercial soon.
No. He's we
are so
commercial.
I am so
White
waiting.
Fans will love him.
I am so
it'll
waiting.
be a New Balance commercial.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. New Balance. Yes.
I am so waiting to see Stream Interrupted pop up on the
screen. Yep.
Like wherever on YouTube too, you know that'll get you flagged at a heartbeat too.
It's just gonna be a picture of Alex Jones. And it's going to say, New Balance, gay frogs, am I right? Believe in something, even if it means gay frogs.
How do frogs become gay? Anyways, that's what I don't understand. Isn't it that like it, the female frog drops a whole fucking pool of eggs and the male frog takes care of that? Isn't that the whole frog procreation process?
And that's why Alex Jones is fucking ridiculous.
Well, no, and the fact that frogs in the event of there not being a male in the area, they can swap sexes.
Yep.
And fertilize their own eggs.
Well, that doesn't make them
It's
gay.
more ancestral.
It just makes them survivors.
Here's
more
what that means.
ancestral than anything else.
That is the equivalent of a dude going, you know what? I bet I can get so flexible that I can just do this myself. That's what a frog is. So that's what Alex Jones heard that went, gay frog.
Yeah.
So what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he gets pregnant?
Oh my god. I don't fucking know. I know the movie.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito because they were like the early 90s.
Well, twins, but that's not right.
That was twins, but
isn't Danny DeVito in that movie too?
Oh, Danny DeVito is in the other one.
I don't know. Is the Hispanic lady that had the illegitimate child in that movie too?
Stop it.
It's okay. They were born in the United States, so they
birther.
Stop it. Like that's not the rabbit hole to jump at right now.
Hey, guess no, I'm not doing it.
Hey, you are listening to the Angry Dandelion on Wednesday night on ironicradio.com. You can find us here on Facebook, YouTube, or ironicradio.com. Also, check us out through wblzmedia.com or the Ironic Network homepage on Facebook.
We have an Ironic Network Facebook page now?
We've had an Ironic Network
Facebook page. But don't we have the Ironic, like, private group?
That's a staff page.
I didn't realize there was an Ironic Facebook page.
Yeah, there's an Ironic Facebook page.
Been doing this for 20 weeks, and I had no fucking clue. 20 weeks!
For people who are bad at math, that's almost half a fucking year.
Yeah.
Almost.
But yeah, so catch us.
Oh, by the way, the movie's called Junior.
Junior.
That was it. Yeah, Junior.
It's got Danny DeVito in it.
It does. It actually does.
But Twins was a good movie too.
Yes.
I mean, it's no 3 Men and a Baby, but
you're right.
No Kindergarten Cop, but
it is no Kindergarten Cop. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Not a tumor.
You know what? I never realized, like, that's always been stuck in my head, that line. Boys have a penis, girls. I never knew what movie, like, I couldn't remember, because it's been so long ago, what movie that came from. And it's going, oh, okay.
Well, if you think about it, when it came out, you were probably like 4 or 5 years old.
Yes, but I knew from that. See, Arnold taught me something. That his movies have done me a good learning. That's the worst way I could possibly say that.
He also taught me how to handle getting accused by a bunch of... Oh, never mind.
Actually, Arnold told me the most was how to die in Mars atmosphere. Your face explodes.
That shit haunted... Total Recall haunted my dreams, man. I watched that shit at too young of an age. It's just like that... There's only one Freddy movie I've ever watched completely, and that was Freddy vs. Jason. But the Freddy movie where the kid has the waterbed and the naked girl's inside, that haunted my dreams forever.
See, you can tell our age difference, because those ones didn't bother me because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I remember seeing those too. I remember seeing the Arnold fucking like bubbly face and fucking Mars atmosphere.
At the drive-in with Mom and Dad. That's when the drive-in still had 2 screens.
Yeah.
And the family-friendly movie was over here, and Jeremy and I turned around to this. And I'm like, oh. Mm-hmm. The naked girl didn't mean shit to me.
Yeah,
the fact that it turned into this fucking demon that killed a dude that has haunted my dreams for fucking ever.
So you're not a Krueger fan, huh?
I'm not really a big horror movie fan in general.
Oh,
I'm 36 years old and I'm still like,
oh no, not me.
Plug my ears to get rid of the music.
Yeah, see, Blair Witch Project for me was the one where I was like, no. Oh, it was the worst one for me.
Hold on,
I remember watching that miniseries on Williamsburg Lane, dude.
Yes, that one. Yes, the original It, not the new one.
Yes, that's the OG right there.
Yeah. Yeah,
and next to that is a picture of Stephen King holding a Gollum in his hand. So I am definitely the horror fan.
Yeah, I can watch horror movies, but man, I am that little pussy bitch. Just like pull up my blanket, and don't get me wrong, I still got my turtle blanket from when I was a baby.
Tommy Knocker is the only movie that's really screwed me over, where I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, mine was the original It miniseries. Like, I legitimately would like worry about getting murdered while taking a shit. Like, there's a motherfucker can come up through these pipes and gonna kill me, or getting a bath.
So, I'm just worried about when it rained in the storm drains.
That part didn't hit me. It was coming through the fucking pipes was the part that worried me.
That part didn't bother me at all. I was like, yeah, that's not real. It was the
I
part
was worried though.
where the little, the little sailboat goes down. And it's all
and
they all float down here. Yeah, fuck that.
We all float down here.
I need
to get me an inhaler.
All the little shits. You got to remember the message there was all the little shits float down here.
That's right. Giant spider demon. But yeah, I still got my little turtle blanket that the great grandma on Dad's side never. Who I don't remember. Dad gave that to me after Jameson was born, and I refused to give it to Jameson because it's mine. He can have it when I die. I still sleep with it every fucking night, dude. That's my blanket. That's the only blanket I use.
Now, do we call Killer Clowns from Outer Space a horror movie?
I call anything with killer or anything from outer space not a horror movie. I call that fucking lame-ass marketing.
Well, not for anything. At the time, it caused one of my biggest terrifying possibilities. Like Tommyknockers and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Those two are the horror movie genre that like actually kind of gave me the spook. Because
I need a refresher on Tommyknockers. Is that the one where they're like teenagers and?
No, that was Sometimes They Come Back.
What's Tommyknockers? Because I know it.
Tommyknockers was the city. Tommyknockers was the city that had the the little town that had all the like ruins throughout it, and the people were all like kind of like Attack of the Body Snatchers almost.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Where everybody like nothing was as it seemed. Everybody there was involved, and
so it's kind of like The Hills Have Eyes.
So it's published. Okay, I'm just doing some googling here.
Yeah,
published in 1987. The actual book was published in 1987, which means that book came out when I was like 2 years old. So the movie,
I was 8.
So I was 5. I was a badass 5-year-old. Just so.
Sometimes They Come Back was really
just
good.
Just because I don't like scary movies, I was a badass 5-year-old.
Okay, so the movie came out in 1993.
Yeah.
So I was So anyways, doesn't matter what I was, but so it's old. See, from my perspective, the Tommyknockers, for some reason, in my head, the Tommyknockers just meant boobs to me.
Well, see, for me though, with my dad being such a big Stephen King fan, and it being a part of the household as much, anything Stephen King I know about, like it was all ingrained in my growing up, which is probably why I don't mind the horror stories. It's kind of one of those like. Imagine being the child of Stephen King, and it was like, well, I don't know. I think I kind of grew up the child of Stephen King because my dad would read all the stories. I'd see all the story, like the movies as they were coming out. Definitely were as I was growing up, especially into my movie going stage of life. Like when you're hitting all the theaters all the time, I was growing up as all of those movies were like. Hitting
coming
the
out. Yeah. The one that really messed me up was that cat movie. Did you remember that?
Pet Cemetery.
No, not Pet Cemetery. Sleepwalkers.
Oh, Sleepwalkers. Yeah,
the cat
is the mindfucker too. Yeah.
Yes, the Sleepwalkers. That one messed me up.
The little gremlin gnome in that thing with the cat.
Mm-hmm.
We can definitely say that Stephen King is the master of horror.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't give a shit what anyone else wants to throw at it. Stephen King is the master of horror.
Not for anything, he was also Stan Lee before Stan Lee, because he made a cameo in every one of his movies.
Oh, okay.
And then later in the career of Stan Lee, but like I watched a Kevin Smith interview the other day, and he was talking about doing Mallrats, and he put Stan Lee in the movie thinking that everybody would know who he was, and it wasn't. At the time that Mallrats came out, nobody knew who the fuck Stan Lee was visually, unless you were in that market of things. And now everybody knows who he is because he's been in every fucking movie that they've done.
I
And
knew
Stephen King did that early on. That was like
Mhm.
he was the guy who did that. Every book that was ever turned into a movie or a miniseries, watch, he's in them all.
maybe it's just because I'm a Kevin Smith fan, but when I watched Mallrats, I knew that was Stan Lee. But that's just because I was a Kevin Smith fan. Like wasn't huge into comic books, but I was just kind of a fan of that genre of like
Right.
Kevin Smith shit.
Which
So I
meant you
knew
would've
it then.
known.
Yeah, so I would have known. I did know. I was like going, oh, you know what I mean? Stan Lee, not Kevin Lee, Jesus. But yeah, I was like going, oh, okay, Stan Lee, that's cool. Comic book guy, got it. Like I didn't know that he created everything at that point, but I was going, oh, it's a comic book guy, got it.
Yeah, and then the cameos I think that and Kevin Smith may have launched the acting portion of Stan Lee's career, because I don't think I remember seeing him anything before that.
I personally don't, so you could be absolutely right with that.
And I think that once he got that cameo shot, he thought that idea was so good that when they started wanting to turn his comics into movies, he was like, as long as I get a little short section through there, sure, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great that Stan Lee gets featured in all these films.
So do I.
I think it's a fantastic
Yep.
homage to.
Yeah, but do you think he would
what
have done it?
was.
Do you think he would have done it if he hadn't done the cameo in Mallrats? Is kind of where I'm at. Like, do you think he would have, like, that would have been his thing
No,
to be
probably-
the
probably
cameo
not.
in all these?
Probably not. But
So prior to all of that, like I'm looking at the Mallrats. I'm looking at his IMDb right now. Prior to Mallrats, he just did like cameo stuff. Like he did a voice. So yeah, before Mallrats, he was never like the cameo
On
guy.
camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just voice. I mean, well, it was
Okay.
comic books though, so that there was no other
Comic
thing
books,
other than
cartoons.
voice. But yeah, the comic, yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I'm just throwing it out there. Before, like seriously, his first credit is actual Mallrats as
There you
there's
go.
one little
That was
junk thing before that, but as his first thing was Mallrats.
fly,
Yeah.
fatty, fly.
Yeah. So it's all voice acting until Mallrats. So that's his first on-camera thing. And after that, it's when he, as you said, gets into the whole like I like
his
this cameo
entire
thing.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Muse
Don't be wrong,
was,
there's a shit
Muse
ton of
was
voice
supposed to
actors after that,
be
too.
in Columbus here in the last couple weeks.
Actually,
I need to start leaving my house. Just kidding. I'm
actually-
No, you don't worry. It's not that fun out there.
not for anything. If you follow Muse on Facebook, I know you're not very active of the Facebook guy. It's not really your genre of thing as much.
Oh,
as,
I'm the guy who's
doing
like,
these shows.
I'm the guy who's like, oh, so this is what all these motherfuckers are doing. I'm not posting shit.
Right. But now Muse, I've got him on my Xbox friends list now. He's a big like Fortnite like streamer on Facebook.
Who?
Jason Mewes.
Muse.
Oh, okay. Sorry. You said Muse. I wasn't thinking of Jason. Again. Sorry.
Yeah, Jay Muse, literally. Like he's
Yeah.
my ex. Like
Yep.
I didn't just follow him; he actually followed me back on
Oh, yeah.
Xbox. Like he is on my friends list, official.
No,
I was like, holy shit, Jason Muse is on my friends list on Xbox.
Jason Mewes is the motherfucking click commander.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep. He
Nobody
is.
commands
Takes that
clit
shit
like-
and he put his nose. Oh.
And now we're no longer on Facebook.
Hey man, I'm just quoting Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I'm okay because I'm just quoting a movie.
That's right.
That's absolutely right. Now watch me quote some Roots.
Boo boo kitty.
No,
Boo boo
no,
kitty fuck.
no, can I not? I can't quote Roots. Okay, never mind.
O.J. Simpson.
Oh, Jason.
Fucking, what is that? Loaded, Naked Gun. That's what it is. That's one of the best comedy series movies
Naked
of all
Gun,
time.
yes.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun 2.5. Naked Gun 33 1/3.
Yes, and
Naked Gun
All-
33 1/3 is my favorite, by the way.
all of them, even though they've got a convicted kidnapper in them.
Murderer. Not well, yeah.
Yeah, like I said.
Yeah. I got you. My bad.
I can remember in junior high, man, when OJ was on trial, and me and my dudes in junior high were like, "The juice is loose." We were all pumped when he got acquitted. For no reason in particular. We just took that side of it because it was the fun side to take because it was against everyone else's side.
Just because you could rhyme the words, the juice is loose.
But bottom line, he probably killed that bitch.
Bottom line is he definitely did, and that man's a murderer. By the way, great actor in Naked Gun.
Well, at least they drug him under a bus.
That they did.
Maybe
that scene is just forever.
Yes,
him under that bus.
I can't even remember his character's name in Naked Gun.
I had it until you said that. It's oh my god.
It starts with an M, doesn't it? I keep wanting to say Murtaugh, but I know better than
that. That's the other movie.
Yeah, I've watched enough It's Always Sunny to know Murtaugh. That ties back into the whole blackface thing, doesn't it?
Murtaugh is not Naked Gun, but other gun.
Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Thank you.
I'm too old for this shit, Riggs.
Yeah, exactly. That's all that movie is. All right, I'm an Australian actor. Okay, sorry. Also, I hate the Jews.
I like how Dennis does the Australian accent. Nordberg. That's it. Fucking Nordberg. While we're going back to old comedies, Hot Shots.
That is one of the greatest movies of all time.
Actually, have y'all seen
Charlie Sheen in his prime?
I'm pretty sure you haven't. But you know how they're doing all these miniature consoles? PlayStation's got the miniature PS1 coming back out.
Yes, they're $100 for like 20 games that I can easily find.
Nintendo did theirs. Facebook's had this little meme ad going around that is VHS classic.
Oh, yeah, you guys were talking about that on 8-Bits.
It's a VHS mini that comes preloaded with 14 movies on it, and one of them was
Hot
Shots Part 2.
Part 2. That's the one in the jungle.
But yeah, it had Hot Shots Part 2 on it.
What time is it, sir? 0900. Let's do lunch about 12 o'clock. That's the line that sticks with me the most out of that movie. Is the fucking Navy Admiral. And let's do lunch around 12 o'clock.
I think...
you've got your father's eyes. Yes, I know. Flips open the glasses case.
Right.
Charlie Sheen.
If I'm wrong.
Charlie Sheen before he had the fucking tiger piss.
Tiger blood.
Also the HIV. Okay, is Hot Shots Part 2 that's the one with Saddam Hussein, right? Or is that the first one?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna kill you until you die from it. That's my favorite line from that movie.
That is good. I will kill you till you die from it.
And it's Saddam Hussein with a lisp. Yes. So it's even even worse. So, I will kill you until you die from it.
Isn't there like isn't there like one point where he just looks like a dog?
Yes, because he does the Terminator thing, and the dog and him go into the fire, and then they T-1000 each other together, and he comes out with the dog fur and the ears. Yeah.
That is what led to the inspiration of the South Park Saddam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
Speaking of great late 80s, early 90s movies, Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Oh, hold on. Has anybody went back and actually, we were talking our Netflix histories earlier. have y'all watched the 80s and the 90s yet?
What?
I won't watch the 80s because my VH1 special is I hate the 80s.
Oh. No, they've got the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. I'm sure there's like the 2000s. But they're like
they don't have the
featurettes that
2000s
kind of
yet, but they do have the 80s, they do have the 90s, they do have the 70s. I probably should watch it so I could educate myself on what I lived through. So I could see an adult perspective of my childhood.
Oh yeah, I get that.
That would be a nice perspective to have is an adult perspective of your childhood.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to go through all of them. The 80s and the 90s, which I lived solidly through. I was born in 79, so I lived solidly through the 80s and 90s.
Are you sure you didn't die a little bit through one of those?
Actually, no, I didn't die until the 2000s.
I'm just checking your solidly through claim. Just making sure.
Well, yeah, no, it was in the 2000s when I actually died on the table from morphine. That's the reason for the tattoo, actually. Is the morphine allergy tattoo is I did die in the 2000s. So yes.
Holy shit. Hell yeah.
So
is the zombie.
You try and make a joke and the motherfucker comes back with fuck you, I legit died. Don't worry, I don't feel bad. Fuck you. You died cool, get over it.
I just thump you're a zombie and I'm about to go full on Rick Grimes on your ass.
There you go. Come on.
I'm going to come with a revolver that's way too big for any police officer to carry. And I'm going to kill the Punisher while we're at it.
Oh, shit.
Right? Yeah, you
Don't
better.
kill the Punisher. He's got that upcoming role as the Punisher.
His best role.
Yeah, whatever. He fucked the wife. Whatever. Kill him.
Yo, not for anything. You hated him, but he was a really great character in The Walking Dead.
He's a fucking good actor, man.
Yeah, he's just a good actor. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you
probably
absolutely
one of the better
hated the
actors.
character.
Him and Morgan. I like Morgan.
Oh, Morgan. That's why Morgan went to the other series, because he wants to outlive The Walking Dead.
And I like Negan too.
Oh, Negan, dude, I got a Negan t-shirt. What are you talking
Hey, that's racist. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Negan. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Play on words there.
No, I hated to bum you out with the actual news that, yes, during the 2000s, I died. Morphine allergy. I went in for a routine surgery, and unfortunately, they killed me during it, then resuscitated.
Sorry, that's not funny at all.
That's when they infused his bones with adamantium.
Unfortunately, they killed me during it. Oh shit! Continue. This story just got way more interesting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's a good. Hey, not for anything. It's a really good story to be able to tell.
Yes, at least you can tell it.
Yeah, being the victim, being the victim at that moment, it's actually really fortunate to be able to tell the story. No, it was supposed to be an hour-long routine surgery for the doctors that were involved. They were supposed to go in and reset my nose because I'd gotten into a fight and the dude hit me and fractured my shit in like 3 places and turned it completely sideways. And no, it wasn't the fight that did that. I was playing football and got hit in the head with a 9-year-old by his head.
Someone threw a 9-year-old at you?
Yeah, someone threw a 9-year-old.
Who throws a
9-year-old?
All right, so
God
here's
dang.
here's what happened. I went to pitch the ball back to the 9-year-old that was on my team, and his brother, who was like 400.
9-year-old. Okay.
Yeah, his brother, who was like 400 pounds, pushed me during the handoff, and the handoff went off good, but I caught the top of his brother's head right to the side of my nose, and it rotated the bone completely sideways. And I went in to get the surgery to get it straightened out and everything else. And during that surgery that was supposed to only take an hour, 8 hours later, they finally come out and tell my mother that she can come back and see me. And she's been trying to tear apart a hospital, trying to find out what's been going on.
I'd fucking imagine so.
9 hours for a fucking nose job? Jesus.
Yeah, so
Worst
she
plastic
was
surgeon ever.
Yeah, she was highly upset about it and trying to get answers on it. And it was the moment I had that afterlife kind of conversation. Coming out of anesthesia, I think, is what people call the tunnel at the light.
Mm-hmm.
And I came out of anesthesia.
We need a date so we can celebrate, man. The day you came back from the dead. Call it Easter 2.
Easter 2. Easter also.
Thumping Jesus. All right.
Thumping Jesus.
Wait a second. I like weird and gay.
I think that one's better though. Thumping Jesus. There we go.
Yeah, of course you do.
I prefer thumping Christ.
Thumping Christ.
Mother thumping Christ. What the hell is going on here?
But no, they actually, at the end of everything going on, the nurse came out, apologized to my mom, and was like, "Look, sorry I didn't stop or say anything earlier.
We were busy.
We were busy saving your son's life. He's okay, he's stabilized. I went through a full blood transfusion because they had to pump all the morphine out of my system.
Oh yeah,
clean it and put it back.
Change that oil. Yep.
Yeah.
Did they give you vampire blood?
I don't know.
It's only one way to find out. Give me a wooden stake.
All right.
Yep, we gotta stab this dude with a wood stake.
Yeah, when we see each other,
not Coors Light. Actually, can you after that procedure? Can you drink Coors Light anymore?
No, I've actually never ever, like, every time I see a can, I kind of wince a little bit.
Yep.
All right, so he's the spawn of the Satan, and we have to kill him now. All right, good to know.
No, don't
continue with your story.
No, we're going to continue to be friends.
So, how do you become the undead? How do we also live forever without the whole...
How to survive a severe reaction from, like, opioids?
Yeah, dude.
Become any famous rapper, I guess? I don't know.
No, the severity of my reaction is not one that many people get to come back from.
I'd imagine not.
Yeah, this is not a mistake that you want to freehand. I was fortunate to be under medical supervision at the moment that it happened, and they were able to do everything. I mean, like I said, it was an hour-long routine surgery. 8 hours later, they finally told my mom that she could come see me. So
that's crazy. That's
it was a wild experience. Coming back, basically, to me, the only sum of everything I have is waking up in the room and hearing everything going on around me, and then slowly being able to decipher shapes. Because when I woke up, I opened my eyes, but I had my eyes didn't process what was in front of me. It was a solid white room. And I didn't even know it was a room because I couldn't define corners. I was just in solid white. And then as it came back to me, shadows and shapes started to make form. And it was, then I kind of processed what the afterlife for people when they say they've come back from the dead. Like, I can understand that experience being conveyed that
way.
Like
the white hall, like the white tunnel. That's all you can make out is light. Your eyes only can see the white, is from what I'm gathering.
Yeah, I could definitely understand people conveying. I was at a tunnel and all my loved ones were there. Well, yeah, you're coming out of anesthesia and you can hear your family and people around you. You can't quite connect with it, but you definitely hear that it's going on, and you hear things in the room going on, and like, you're somewhere, and you do feel safe because of the familiar voices. So it leads to that perpetuation of what your psyche would do to you in that moment to, like, try and justify it. Is definitely you think you saw yourself from the other side. But
the only thing I remember, because when I was 5 years old, I had a hernia surgery where they actually sewed my belly button in.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I had a hernia, and they sewed my belly button in to prevent they sewed my stomach to my belly button to prevent the hernia from coming back again. But the only thing I remember, and I was 5 years old.
My umbilical hernia is the reason why I quit smoking. No shit.
The only thing I remember is when I woke up from anesthesia, I was crying for my mom, and the stupid bitch nurse said, "If you don't stop crying, we're not taking you to your mom." I'm dead serious. That's the only thing I remember from that surgery is the bitch nurse telling me if I don't stop crying, they're not taking me to my mom.
No,
I'm
not for
fucking
anything.
5 years old.
Not for anything. I think there's not a woman on the planet that wouldn't agree that cunt is appropriate for that.
No
woman.
shit.
But I do remember after the surgery, I went and got those little you put your thumb on them and they change their chest thing toys.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of those afterwards.
Yeah, see, my surgery actually for an umbilical hernia, I had a pretty bad protrusion right in that area. And they literally what I got was I've got a piece of mesh inside on where the hernia was that's like stapled and sewn to my skin or like sewn to my wherever it popped through the abdominal wall. But I've only got like outside on my skin, I got like these 3 little poke marks is really all they are. They like these little tiny little scars that
I had a fucking whole
nobody
bandage
even notices
across my gut from where they literally like slit me open and sewed all the shit together.
You had a C-section. Holy crap.
Pretty fucking much, dude. I wasn't allowed to go outside and play backyard football forever or anything like that.
Or my mother would also blame it on a gallbladder surgery too. That'll do it.
But yeah, I was literally sewn together. Huh. I never even thought of that until now.
And apparently it was done wrong. Sewn together wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yep, it used to be. Apparently they went in and restitched that, but
yeah.
But
now he's just sewn together.
Yep, now I'm just sewn together.
I just want to point out, by the way, and this is just me being a nitpicky bastard. You guys have those 3D names above your heads. And I get this puny ass crap.
Well, create one and send it
I
to
did,
me.
and I sent it to
I never got the email.
Yeah, I know. That's not my fault, damn it.
That's the internet's fault.
I
blame the internet for a lot of things actually right now.
All right, you two enjoy talking to Radio Land for just a moment. I gotta pull a lance and step away.
Oh, I gotta go pee. What a fucking little bitch. Go tinkle in the potty, you goddamn piece of shit.
Hey, not for anything. I wasn't afraid to say it on the air.
I wasn't afraid to say it on the air. I was just trying to be a professional, you fuck.
No, you forget what you're part of.
Yeah,
over
what
here.
show are we on?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize what show we were on. From now on, I'm going to bring my fucking cam with me while I take a shit and stay on the show. Y'all are going to see fucking chin up going, eh, while I'm fucking pushing one out.
We might get more than 6 viewers.
I doubt it.
You're right. Hi, everyone out there watching. Next week, tune in to watch Lance take a poo.
Yeah, I will straight up just grunt face right into cam. Just making sure I get everything cleaning out.
Colon cleansing, Nutty Professor style.
Holy crap.
My computer is a fucking space heater, dude. It is getting hot in this fucking room.
No, it's... I don't know. So...
That's all my bourbon. It's gone.
It's gone?
Yeah, Johnny C was supposed to be down this evening, but he bailed. What a
What a... I got nothing. Really.
I gotta turn on the intake fan here and pull some of this cool air from the outside. I don't like having a room that's like 70 degrees. That's too hot.
I like about 67. I think is my kind of like comfortable range.
Yeah, 65-ish.
Yeah.
That's ideal. I'm a fat
It truly is,
bastard and I like it cold.
As a person who sell mattresses and actually had to learn some shit about how like people generally sleep. Yeah, the ideal temperature for sleeping is 65 to 70 degrees.
They actually say, I read it somewhere, you sleep better with less clothes on.
Yeah, you sleep better at a colder temperature. So yeah, that would be making perfect sense. And that whole fucking kind of market. Yeah, the less you have, the more better you do in sleeping because, I mean, your body's not needing to be covered in a bunch of shit with weight on you. Because that's what blankets and clothes do, is just add more weight. So yeah, take some of that weight off you, get a nice comfortable temperature, and
yeah, I'm
we'll
actually
sleep much
skinny
better.
without any clothes on. It's the clothes that make me fat.
Those clothes are,
That's what it is. It's not the fact that I eat cookies for dinner. It's the clothes.
Absolutely. So
That's what I had for dinner last night. By the way, was cookies.
Wow, I can't believe you murdered a person named Cookie and ate them. But
well, I didn't really want to eat anything else. Just wanted to eat cookies. I ate cookies, drank a glass of milk, and fell asleep at like 4 p.m. Then woke up at 9, popped onto the 8-bits, said some shit about Spunk Lube and the Browns version of Spunk Lube being for anal only. And I'll say it on Facebook.
Really? Brown Spunk Lube?
Yeah, last night on the 8-bits.
Yeah, but that was related to the fact that the
NFL,
Buffalo Bills
in their dildos.
every time they played the Patriots, people sneaked dildos into the stadium to throw onto the field. And
that's amazing. I want to go to those games now. I just want to throw dildos.
Get some original buffalo wings from the Anchor Bar and go throw a dildo at Tom Brady. I'm in.
Oh, so I'm definitely in for that. Fuck Tom Brady, the greatest of all time, the asshole. Fuck you.
He
Not bitter. Fuck him.
Played for Michigan. That's the problem.
That is legitimately where my fucking problem with him stems from. You're a Michigan fucking alumni. Fuck you, you son of a bitch. You became the greatest of all time.
He was a 7th round pick.
I know. That's what makes it worse.
From Michigan. That's the really bad part of that. Because even us ACC people are like, really?
Yeah.
A 7th rounder from Michigan?
Yeah, I was watching some stuff about Aaron Rodgers the other day. I'm going, oh, Aaron Rodgers was actually kind of decent in college. He was actually really good in college. Oh, okay. But he said only Tom Brady was the one that no one gave a shit about, and now he's like technically kind of the greatest of all time. Fuck.
Yep.
Also, did you know that Tom Brady also in college, also like legitimately, this is a true story, loved a lot of dick.
Tom Brady is one of those that also is one of those that his favorite theme song is "Started from the bottom, now we here." Started from the bottom, now the whole fucking team's here.
No, he didn't.
From the bottom, now we here. No, he's not undrafted.
He started from the mediocre. Now he had Belichick. That's what I'm going to blame it on. I'm blaming on Belichick. Belichick made Brady the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
Brady's not good. It's Belichick. Belichick is the greatest.
Well, the question really between the two of them, and it's one that they both really want to find out, is whether or not
once one of those guys retires, that entire franchise is dead, in my opinion.
Well, they're both...
Sorry.
They both want to
with
know...
Saban and Bama, then? Once Saban's gone, Bama goes?
Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your toes there. I think the point you were getting at right there.
Everybody's got their fingers crossed that happens.
But yeah, I think that to the point I think you were getting at there. Sorry,
well, their two careers are definitely going to coincide with each other. But the thing is both of them independently still want to know for themselves because they're such perfectionists. Both of them want to know, and that's why he was forced into. Oh well, we're not sitting Tom. He goes, all right, then Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett gone because you said you don't want this winning to continue. And he was like, if you're just going to leave me with Tom Brady, then I guess it's just me and Tom Brady. He literally tried to sabotage the future when he let those guys go. And it was purely for letting Robert Kraft know that he thought it was time to make another superstar. And Kraft told him no.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy G, which is currently good for the Patriots, blew out, what is it, ACL?
Yeah. The injury is a very sad turn of events.
He was good though for the Niners.
Oh yeah, I mean, winning five in a row over there to close out a season that he was never even supposed to really see to start.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a good thing. Kind of the guy that we thought he was going to be anyway. If he assumed the role of the Patriots quarterback, we kind of just saw, oh shit, here comes Tom Brady 2.0.
It's quite literally kind of like Vinny Testaverde, and then Brady comes in.
Yeah.
And then you thought, okay, Brady, and now Jimmy G.
Yeah, and Jimmy G is going to be the guy.
Yeah. You go from Testaverde to Brady to Jimmy G. That was the whole Patriots lineup.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of
Belichick. Yeah, Belichick would have had it. You wouldn't have had a better coaching career ever.
No, except for the fact they got fired from the Browns.
Yeah.
If you haven't figured it out by now, the Browns fire everyone.
They do.
Well, he was
Because
also a
they're
member of the
cursed.
Giants. He was also a member of the Giants staff at one point.
The Browns are cursed.
Yeah, they are. It's
Their name
Well,
is the Browns.
unless it's the old Browns, which is called currently the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, the Baltimore
that
Ravens
team can go for fucking ever with the wrong Harbaugh.
Yeah.
The John Harbaugh, not the Jim. But again, fuck Jim Harbaugh. Michigan sucks.
I don't think that Cleveland fans would know what to do if Cleveland was actually winning, though.
No, they threw a parade for a 0 season. They were like, hell yeah, we're the worst ever. Oh, wait, we're not the only ones that have ever done this? Damn it. Well, no, we're the only ones that have ever lost 16 straight, right?
I would. I'd throw a parade for that.
I actually would too. But like, fuck it, we're the worst. Let's celebrate that shit.
Let's celebrate
I
the
guess
fact that
that
we're setting records, guys. We're setting records.
We're the worst around.
And all of our viewers.
Everything's gonna keep us down. We're the worst around.
By the way, every time I'm not whatever, but every time we started talking about sports, the viewers just fucking drop.
Let's talk about sports games. Why is there no NCAA football?
Because you can't pay players money.
They could. They just have to hold the money until after they graduate or transfer to the NFL.
Well, no, they just got to come up with rules for why they.
But that's why there's no NCAA football was my favorite fucking football game above Madden. Above Madden, I love playing as the Buckeyes and but you can't pay. You can't steal the likeness of a player and profit off of it.
So what they need to do is they need to
trust fund.
Yeah, basically trust fund the money for that likeness until after they graduate or go pro.
Well, and mainly due to the simple fact of the matter that you can't say that the players haven't benefited the school, that the school hasn't made money off of those players. You can't say that didn't fucking happen. So in some way, yes, the players should be compensated for their time period there. And it is not by an education alone, because of the current NCAA basketball scandal, and it has been talked about through 16 different NCAA governed sports, that players have benefited in no way because the college athletes have been denied an education and basically been given classes that would keep their GPAs up enough to keep them in their sport, not classes that they were challenged educationally through.
Here's my thing, though. Can anyone who's not an athlete still take those classes?
Supposedly, in some situations, these classes weren't registered.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the difference.
That's what we're seeing as this probe goes deeper and deeper into it. That a lot of colleges have been foregoing the education period, and basically giving them the easy out. And that's just it. If you're of a potential pro caliber and they tell you that you need to focus on your athletics because of your pro potential, here will help you by giving you these classes that are going to be easier for you to take, or some of them were completely made up and just auto aid or bead, or logically keeping them just within the guidelines, but completely made up classes. And these students were denied not a pro guarantee. So some of these guys didn't even ever make it to the pros and didn't learn nothing while they were in school.
Well, that's where I'd say, if you're going to make an NCAA football game, NCAA game at all, you use the likeness with a guarantee to pay after they graduate or move to the pros.
Yeah, I mean,
after their college career is over, you just have to figure out some way to track the money, to accrue that money, and pay them out at the end.
Yeah.
So at least they have a head start on life. Even if they don't go pro, they got a head start on life.
Yeah, but I think that becomes contractual at that point.
It does. It does. It absolutely does. Becomes contractual.
But
you're going to have to allow it because college sports is a money-making industry.
That's all it is anymore.
Yeah, but I think at the point that it becomes the sole focus based around the athletes that are doing it, it's gonna take the draw away like it has for all pro sports.
See, I don't think that's the thing though. Is I don't think it's gonna take the draw away from them.
No, those guys play so hard because they're trying to become pros where they can make money. That's where the go is. Mm-hmm. It is the guys trying to be the best they can be in order to make it to the pros. That's where you get the pure athleticism out of these student athletes.
The high schoolers are trying to be the best they can be to make it to the right college to get to the pros.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that's
there's this whole ladder going on that you just keep climbing rungs. But at some point, if you're going to use the likeness, so I can have the college sports game that I want.
Yeah, but that's just it. I think
just bank the cash.
I think the NCAA made the move that they felt was the most logical one here. That we're not going to open the gate
to make them money.
To where the
NCAA gets to keep all the money.
Oh yes, most definitely. Yeah. Not for anything.
They were making the decision they made was
they were making a ton
of our money.
Yeah, they were making a ton with the games, but now they've decided
it got to the legal standpoint where they couldn't pay the players. They're going, well, we can't keep making these because
that's right. We'll take less of the cut. At this point, we'll take less of the money that we were making in order to keep making just great money. We don't need to make unbelievable money if that's what video games are going to mean to our money.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just keep making great money instead of unbelievable money.
Yeah, and that's the way it needs to be to supply the game that fans want.
Yeah, I think the point that this basically is coming to is that the NCAA realized that we could make a shit ton of money, or we could make a great amount of money, which is slightly less, but now we don't have to pay players.
That's right. No, now we get to keep doing what we've been doing, and maybe the video game venture was a bad idea for us.
Yeah,
Financially, it may cost us.
Yeah, well,
they're going to lose money, but it's not going to lose as much money as they would if they had to pay players.
College sports are all about making money, anyways. The only reason
that's all
that
it
you
is.
have a sports team in your college is to generate revenue.
Yeah, for your college, yeah. That way you can.
Well, the NFL
if you in the perfect world, your athletics are there to supply the academic world.
Right.
So that way you can keep.
You're not going to have the OSU Medical Center without Buckeyes football.
No, absolutely not. Because no one's going to give a shit about OSU. They're going to go, it's state college, all right. And then they go, oh, wait, but I'm an alumni and the team's doing really good. Well, here's my money.
Duke and Carolina, Duke and Carolina wouldn't be the leading medical schools in their departments if it wasn't for
sports,
basketball,
ACC basketball,
for entertainment, man.
Yep, and that's just, I mean, you're coming all back around now. You're coming back around.
Professional sports are the gladiators of our time,
and. Yeah. Not for anything. I believe that their contract should take care of medical expenses after the fact. I believe that they should be able to do. I'm on the side of the players of the pro end of it. That they should get these contracts that are able to take care of them in the long run. Yep. But at the same time, I don't want to hear your whimpering and crying bullshit over the fact that you're playing a barbaric sport.
Oh, you know exactly why you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear. I don't.
Don't be a bitch.
But I think the contract should compensate fairly, but I also believe that don't bitch about it because you know what you're involved in. If we're wanting to turn this into a blood sport, guess what? We're going to pay you for it to be a blood sport, but I don't want to hear from your family at the moment that you're dead on the fucking field. I don't want that lawsuit later coming back. And I know this may sound harsh as a human to actually say this shit. But
you knew the risks when you started when you put
exactly. You knew you knew what you signed up for. I want it to be clear cut. You knew what you signed up for when you got into it. These are the way. Like, take care of the people that this shit happens to. Pittsburgh can be a good spotlight on this right now with Ryan Shazier. Him basically going after it and almost paralyzing himself for life. Like we thought he was paralyzed on the field. Anybody who saw it definitely thought he was paralyzed on the field that day. You knew he wasn't ever going to play football again. Now looking like he may possibly one day be able to come back to it, but highly unlikely.
Yeah, I think him being able to walk better. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
But Pittsburgh did not shy away from their commitment to him and said that they were going to continue to pay his contract. And I think it's moments like that, like this dude gave his legs for you, his career and ability to walk for your team. To
make money.
Right. He deserves to be compensated for that time period.
Yeah, give that man some money.
Not to walk away from it. It shows where the industry needs to be. And you see a lot of people not doing that. And like I said, you got to hold Pittsburgh like to a little bit of a shining light because they said, no, we're not changing anything about any of his agreement. We're gonna fulfill the contract that we have with Ryan Shazier.
Yeah, this isn't fucking Rome, and gladiators don't just die and you shove them off to the side.
Yeah.
No, actually, if a gladiator died in the arena, he was the owner of that gladiator was compensated for the loss of that gladiator.
Well, I think the family of the gladiator should be compensated now.
Yeah, but no, that's the same theory though that comes.
I'm pretty sure.
But that's the theory that we're operating under, though. Is like this gladiator comes to the field at this point, and they're like the composition should go to, the
I think we're all in agreement here. I don't. Yeah.
Although I don't think it should make you rich.
Well, I don't think it should make you stupid rich because I don't think it should damage your life in the process of trying to make you successful. Like they're the unspoken.
Radio. Bye,
Radioland. They're the unspoken risk that go along with the amount of money that these guys make, and they try and educate them on like the people you should be around and the people you shouldn't be around and the type of atmosphere that you're about to come into. But I don't think it is thoroughly conveyed to those guys the amount of detriment and ill will that society is going to inflict upon them. These guys don't know that that nice girl in the club is, sometimes they just don't know. They've never been
I've seen
involved.
Ballers, dude.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. They've
Yeah.
never been involved with
Ballers is a good show.
this atmosphere. And I don't think the NFL,
Right,
like they
Cordray.
say they do, really educates and protects the interest of the athletes from that perspective.
I started thinking about Ballers. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's a very valid position to look at it from, is because it kind of gives a little bit of the, oh, nobody believes that it's this fucking shady. No, it's that fucking shady.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Anytime there's money involved in anything, the worst you can possibly imagine, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
The worst you can imagine, that's happening, and you don't want to believe it because guess what? It fucking is.
Yeah, and I think that's something.
I mean, that's kind of what was that? The
Society is
basketball
sheltered.
athletics recently, with all the money coming out. So I'm like, yeah, they're paying those kids. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. It's been happening a long time. The fucking basketball, the fucking Creators of South Park movie. There's a joke in there about how Shaq was never richer more than he was when he was in college.
Oh yeah, when he was playing for LSU.
Yeah, everyone knows that you make a shit ton of money as a high caliber college athlete.
All I'm going to tell you about Shaquille O'Neal and his college athletics is the fact that I was on his yacht in Lake Pontchartrain, Louisiana, while he was still a member of the LSU ball club. His yacht on Lake Pontchartrain.
So he was 100% genuine athletics, just there for the love of the game. Got it. All right, fellas, I'm calling it a night. Just, yeah. This has been a fun show, but I needs to go to bed. I has to work.
We totally Halloweened it, though.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
we definitely
absolutely.
Halloweened it.
I think we actually had some intelligent conversation.
I would concur.
I would say that this was
concur to be smart.
is probably one of those most heads up shows that we've done.
With no prep.
With no prep.
Well,
I've been bullshitting for 2 hours.
I mean that's what we do.
Yeah.
So I guess on that note, we'll end all the streams on this episode 20, Hallowingin It.
In the books.
We just did it. So we'll see y'all next week. Same time. Same angry time, same angry station. And yeah, here's $1.25. Go fuck yourself.
Oh shit.
Bye.